couple years ago, I interviewed Jim Downing, who I saw in your piece.
Yes.
Who was such a special man. Such a special man. So I flew out and I met him in California with his family. He wasn't on the actual ship when it got hit, but then he ran there and held the bodies of many men who were dying and said prayers with them and continued to do so. We have a soundbite actually from Jim on the role of God for him during the attack. I'll play it now. It's SOT 12. What role did God play for you that fateful day?
I thought I was going to be blown up. And so my conversation with God is, I'll be with you in a minute. But a minute went by for about 30 minutes, and I wasn't taken. But I experienced the greatest peace I've ever had in my life, knowing that God was in charge.
He was 104 during that interview. And the loveliest thing happened to him. We talked about God, my connection to him, his connection. And Jim wrote me the most thoughtful letter after that interview, thanking me. Of course, it was I who needed to thank him. He wrote me this long letter thanking me and encouraging me to do a couple of things to renew my relationship with my faith and so on. I wrote back to him, and a pen pal relationship developed. He would die not long thereafter in 2018, but what a special, special dear man.
Jim was in the mail office, in the post office on the USS West Virginia. So he read a lot of the letters that were sent home. And the West Virginia was attacked on December 7th, 1941. And to me, so he got to know personally the stories of the men on that battleship. And there's been a lot written about Jim. And Jim, to me, represents the best of America. And, I think you were very fortunate to know somebody like him. And I think if we could somehow get back to the mindset of men like Jim, there would be such a better country for that. And he was a hero, but he didn't think himself of a hero as a hero. And he read the letters home, and he was kind of connected to everybody on the USS West Virginia. And the Pearl Harbor was such a turning point in the history of this world that he was on that battleship and was reading the personal letters home of the people on that battleship. And to me, he's one of those people I always admired and thought, wow, here's a guy who knew the inner thinking of the people on the battleship and how they were scared and how they were looking forward to their own futures of being doctors and lawyers and maybe curing cancer or Alzheimer's or dementia. I mean, they had so much potential. The men on West Virginia and Arizona and Oklahoma and Maryland and Nevada and everybody else, I think, what could they have done post-war that it would have changed the world? And Jim is one of those guys.
That's the thing is there were almost 3,000 Jim Downings killed that day. They were all men like that. They were built differently back then. It's like the quality of person that we lost in each one of those guys is just, it's hard to match. It makes you miss them all the more, and it makes you all the angrier. Though, by the way, Jim was not angry. Of course, he was full of grace. I did ask him a question. Here's a follow-up between the two of us. This is 13. You seem like you're a happy person. Are you?
I am very happy. I'm a realist. I can't do anything about what happened yesterday. I can't do much about what happens tomorrow. Living today is so much fun. So I live it up every day.
Love that. We all need a little bit more Jim Downing in our lives.
He's one of those guys, Megyn, who understands that he represents the guys who are buried in cemeteries in Hawaii at the Punch Bowl, or Normandy, or Manila, or Holland, or Belgium, or other places that, he survived and was able to carry on with his life, but that he also carries the burden of being a survivor. And that's a tough burden for these guys why did I survive when the guy on the left of me died and the guy on the right of me died? I mean, what is my mission in life? My mission in life is to carry on, to represent the qualities that my buddies who died, had. And I think a lot of the times, I joke with people. I said, when you're in Normandy and you're jumping into a foxhole, you're not asking if that guy's a Republican or a Democrat. You're just jumping in that foxhole knowing that that guy's an American and that guy is going to help you survive and you're going to help him survive. So why can't we get back to that time where we're looking at it as America first? America is, not a party. It's an idea.
If you're like me, you're growing more and more concerned about the future. The market's all over the place, and inflation is at its highest level in 40 years. Interest rates are skyrocketing. Market experts are predicting possibly recession, possibly bad one, using scary terms like economic hurricane. If you want to protect your future, call a precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They can show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they will have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or inside your IRA or 401k. And they keep it simple. This is the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. And as an exclusive offer for my fans, if you call them right now, they will give you up to $1,500 of free silver and a free safe on qualifying orders. So don't wait. Call now. Call 866-518-2955. That's 866-518-2955 or text Megyn, that's MEGYN, to 65532. Again, that's 866-518-2955 or text MEGYN to 65532. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.